in terms of economic and social rights as well. The Sikhs were losing out, Punjabis were losing out. But I think later this became a Sikh battle because the Hindus themselves, I think they backed out, and I think when the Hindus they brought themselves away from Punjab and from being Punjabi. I think Bhai Sahib can tell us more about that. There was a vote to ask about your mother tongue, because I think that was another demand, that Punjabi should be the recognised mother tongue. And the fact is that the Hindus of Punjab betrayed the Punjabi land, or the Punjabi mother tongue, by saying that their mother tongue was Hindi.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to pick up on that as well, because when you watch films of Bhagat Singh, or you watch films of Udham Singh, you see Bhagat Singh's, if you've seen the film Shahidi, I watched it a couple of days ago, you see Bhagat Singh's got Mother India in chains, and Oda na hunda Bharat. When did it become Hindustan then? Obviously the Sikhs live in there, there's the Jains live in there, there's Muslims live in there, but when did it actually become Hindustan? I mean, I'm open it to anybody who, so just have if you want to.
I mean, Hindustan was before.
Right.
It wasn't Bharat. It was called Bharat and Hindustan. It's
right.
like, you got United Kingdom, you got England, you got Wales, Scottish.
But so they at least have separate borders, don't they?
Yeah.
India never had, you didn't have Hindustan there and Bharat was there. Bharat was...
Hindustan, parts of it was called.
Right.
But if you go back into the history, the whole of India, it's British India which has been made up by so many other countries. Punjab was a separate country in itself, right? And you had Bengalis, you had Nagas, you had all these others. And if you look at Sri Guru Har Gobind Sahib, when he was released from the jail, he had 52 kings released. So that means there were so many other kingdoms, right? And that all those kingdoms was conquered by the British. You had the French there, you had the Spanish there,
right.
You had other countries going into all sides of the other India.
Yeah.
So it's Bharat was, and Hindustan was Hindu, Hindustan.
Right.
So that is the word which they have been using. Bharat is Mahabharat's time.
Right.
So it's a historic
right.
ways forward. But nowadays, India, which we call India, is British India. That is when they conquered the whole of India. They started from Calcutta. They went at the same time as 1600 and something, when Guru Gobind Singh was there. Even before that, they were there.
Right.
When Banda Singh Bahadur was
okay, we may be going back further in time than I'd anticipated, but like I said, this is an education program, so it's really good education. But just coming back to where you left off before the break, as to Sikhs were betrayed, the bread winner of India, where it was feeding all of India, revolted. And as Manveer has actually already told us, the Jat maybe not getting the rightful money for their, mandiyan de vich dane pe rehndhe, utthe ugg gaye, utthe ugg gaye, really suffered. Is that what people thought we've had enough now? Ranjit Singh ji?
That's right. But let's not lose sight of the fact, Bhai Sahib, that the Sikh struggle for self-determination within India remained peaceful. And what we're effectively addressing today, commemorating what happened in June 1984, remembering our martyrs, our shaheeds.
But I want to see what led to those, what led to that situation, what led to the rise of Sant Jarnail Singh Ji Bhindranwala. So I want to take it into that.
It's because of these grievances. I mean, we've talked about Article 25 of the Constitution, categorizing Sikhs as Hindus. Bhai Sahib has mentioned the appropriation of our natural resources. Punjab's river waters are its economic base. Agriculture is the base of Punjab's economy. 75% of Punjab's river waters are being appropriated by other Indian states in contravention of the riparian law which governs ownership and use of river water. That riparian law is international law, and by the way also, the irony is, even Indian constitutional law states that individual states are owners of their river waters.
Right.
But with Punjab, there's a different equation. With Punjab, 75% of the waters are taken away. Whereas Punjab is becoming a desert.
Yeah.
research has established that because of the shortage of river water, and therefore the overutilization of groundwater through tube wells, Punjab is becoming a desert, and within, I think, 10 or 20 years,
20 years, I think.
20 years, the estimate by researchers.
What about sorry, sir, just 1 minute. What about the Anandpur resolution of 1971? I think it was and the state of Haryana. What effect did that have on the Sikhs of Punjab, Yara Singh?
I think obviously we're losing a lot of the water. Actually, the water level of Punjab is going, and also polluted water, polluted drinking water. And even we had actually one of the experts from University of Patiala. He is an agriculture professor there. And he was actually saying that in next 30 years or maybe 25 years, it's like a cancer in the land of Punjab. And that is actually, in 30 years' time, they may not be able to produce anything.
Yeah.
The way the ground has been affected from the lack of water, the overuse of fertilizers and stuff like that, and the way the other state peoples are allowed to come and set up and buy land and take part in politics life and political life as well, and where if you are a Punjabi and you're going to other states, you're not allowed to buy anything.
Right.
But if you come into Punjab, you can get everything you want to get.
But surely isn't that kind of what we do in England? We live in England. We're allowed to buy property in England. We feel England is at home. So why do we feel that people can't go into Punjab and make that their home?
Yeah, but it's the other states we're talking about, not just the Punjabi. Punjab itself has been governed like that. It's not. If Punjabi states were going into another state and they're allowed to be sort of independent and respected in the same way, then you can understand it. But because the equal rights are, that's another thing which we're trying to do. But it's not equal rights. They're just saying this is the way we're going to control
so equality, that's what you're getting at, really, is that Punjabis may not given the equal rights as other states people. That's what you're getting at.
I think it's very important to recognize the structures of India. The structures are flawed. There is no structure which will allow people to work. And basically, Anandpur Sahmata was there asking the Indian government that hold on to four main things: currency, defense, and foreign, and others. But let each individual state grow up. Economically, why are we here? Because economically we were forced out of Punjab. We wanted to develop because we are fighters. The Sikhs are fighters. Not just the Sikhs, the Punjabis are fighters. And they would like to better themselves. And the whole idea, the Indian government was trying to clamp down on the Punjabis, and they didn't want them to succeed. And that is the main thing which happened. And when you are asking for your rights, whether you do it peacefully, you've got to have strength at the back. And that is the main problem. Everybody in Punjab wanted to have a fair and equal rights. But the Indian government was so strong, they didn't want it to give that. And that is why in 1978, the Akhand Kirtani Jatha, there were 13 Sikhs massacred. And what did the government do? Nothing. And it was Badal's government at that time, Akali Dal's government.